Today on a super sloppy game socket, we introduce a brand new family member. Where are all the Connects video games? And we have an incredible secret from the E3 convention that nobody else has, and you're gonna find out today. So let's do this. Come on, guys, let's do it. Yes. Welcome to Game Socket. I am your host, Mike Graham. Guys, I am back from LA, back from E3, ready to rock and roll with a new episode of Game Socket full of just video game adventure and do-goodery, and we're just ready to rock and roll. I'm so excited. So with me today is guest host Brian Maupin.
Welcome back, Mike. Welcome back from California.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome back.
It's wonderful to be back.
Yeah, we were a little concerned there for a little bit that you maybe weren't going to make it back into town due to the legal issues that you ran into being incarcerated there for a bit. But it sounds like you were able to kind of wiggle your way out of that, and you're back. So congratulations.
Does that feel good, Brian? Because you're just bringing that stuff up on the air. Because guys, Brian is a little chest.
I was just trying to recap for the viewers.
I don't think we need a recap about a non-issue. Okay. So it's a non-issue. If you guys want to know anything about what happened last week, know that I'm here and not there, and you can listen about the non-issue that Brian is puffing his chest up about right now. Okay. All right, guys. So today, the big thing I do want to talk about is Krisko.
Oh, yes. Krisko's here.
Right. So if you did watch last week, you guys did find out that Krisko is our new head associate producer.
Yeah, he definitely kind of seems like he wants to stay behind the camera, but...
Krisko is a behind the camera type of person, but... So this is a great thing. So Krisko and we met at the hotel, and I just wanted to give a little backstory on this because this is just the craziest thing. So we meet at the hotel, right? And it's kind of like... I mean, I don't want to call it a meet cute, but we just immediately, it was like a boom. And it just, we have been looking at the same moon since we were kids or something.
Yeah.
Just everything, click, 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 click. And the whole thing was crazy, Yeah,
I haven't met him, but until just now, but for you to kind of hire him, hide on screen or sight on screen like that, I mean, he must have really made an impact. So
yes, Brian, I did hire Krisko sight unseen, but either way. So here's the deal: Krisko is super talented, super smart, just super great and funny. Actually, like genuinely funny, like the kind of person that you just start laughing and you go like, "I'm actually laughing right now."
Yeah, you should have him on the show as a guest host.
Not very comfortable with that kind of thing, but and just graceful and respectful and supportive. Just a very, 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 very good person. Happy to have Krisko here living in my basement. And Brian and I have not talked a lot since the episode last week on the speakerphone. So Brian is hearing this for the first time as well. And, he wants to puff his chest up on air again. So I also will. But I do want to let you know, Brian, I'm actually doing you a solid here. You are no longer associate producer. That changes right this moment.
What is that? So what do you mean by that?
Your new title will now be junior associate producer.
Junior associate producer. Okay. And so what does that mean?
Well, okay. We have a new head associate producer. And Brian,
so I'm reporting to Krisko? No. Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm going to have you shadow Krisko. Totally different.
Okay.
I want you to learn the ropes. I want him to take you down the dark alleys and on the mean streets and get you ready for the fight. I want you to learn and take a step up from pretty good, okay? Because that's where you are. And I don't know why you're looking all sad puppy over here, okay? It's like so many feelings from this person.
I just feel like this is something that we could have talked about ahead of the episode is all. So.
Okay, well, I mean, we also could have talked about what happened in LA as far as the law enforcement ahead of the episode as well, but you decided to bring that up on air, so I'm bringing this up on air.
This time you brought it up, so...
Well, because you just did. Okay, this is what he does. He tries to set me up This, you guys, I get flamed all day for the way we talk to each other, and it's him. Jesus. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. We're not doing this today. Okay, so we just want, this is from me to you. It's a gift, man. I want you to move up from this level, which is pretty good. We can all say that Brian's good. He's pretty good. But I don't want you to be pretty good. I want you to be great. And I want you to get so great that you can get hired anywhere you want to. Okay? Somewhere else. Guys, we're going to get moving with the show right now. I'm going to ask Brian one more question, and after that, we're going to start things rolling like Indiana Jones, running down the tunnel, away from the boulder, and at the very last second, you jump to the left and boom, game socket. Okay, Brian?
Oh, we're ready for news?
No.
News! Oh, because the news roller is playing right now, Krisko. Okay, I think you hit it too soon.
Brian.
Speaking of Krisko.
Hold on.
Okay, there.
You got, okay. What did you do?
I think you just hit it. I think you just rolled it too soon.
Okay. No. Okay, so, sorry guys. Sorry about that. I mean, it's a new board, I would imagine. But anyway, so no. So if you ever hear me rolling and like saying, "Hey, here we go," it's me. So there's always going to be like 15 more things after that.
Right.
You never go until I say the word news. No.
Yeah. It's his first day, everyone. So I mean, it might take. There's some learning curve here, I think. So, yeah, like I was saying, the E3 episode, there are some technical issues like this too. So,
well, it just takes some finagling.
Yeah.
Used to be a pharmacist. Okay, so guys, Brian, I have one last question to ask.
Mm-hmm.
How are you in Marlson?
Oh, well, so the roommate search segment, we're not really doing that anymore. Okay. No, we don't need to play the roommate search segment. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. So we don't really have the segment anymore because I found a roommate. We don't need to keep bringing that up. So I don't really have anything else to report from that arena. So.
Okay. All right. I was just seeing if you guys were really hitting it off or not, but I'm glad you found a roommate, Brian.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to say there. So.
Okay, so now it is time for the news.
All right, news this week. It's been a few weeks since E3, so we have a lot of games to kind of talk about here that we haven't had a chance to since you've been out, Mike. But actually, before we get into that, speaking of your cups here, I'm glad the cup embargo has been lifted finally. We can have cups on the table.
Thank you for reminding me. Get your cup off my table. Thank you.
Well, you've got 2 over there on your side.
Yes, I do.
3.
Yes, I do, but I own this desk, and you don't, and you didn't help me carry it, so there are no cup privileges for Brian. That's the repercussions, people. All right, so we're going to move on past that, but here we go. We are not doing E3 today, everyone. I know there's been clamoring and saying, where is the E3 episode? And I'm tired of hearing about it. It doesn't matter. We're pushing that off to next week or whenever.
If we push it off again, I don't know that it's going to be relevant at that point anymore.
Well, if it's not, then it's worth it what we're doing now.
We spent like 2 hours coming up with this outline.
Yes, we did.
Are we just you're just going to throw that out?
Yes.
It was wasted time.
There's a very important thing. This is urgent news. This is hot news that came across my desk that we have to talk about today. The premiere episode of Double Dare has aired.
Oh my God. I mean, it is bad.
It's very bad. It's so bad. And there's just nothing else. I promised an episode, a whole episode about this so that everyone could just bask in our anger with us.
I just think maybe we could do that next week because
no, there is no time. This has to be done now or never, and it's happening now. Okay, so
I
thought you would be like right with me on this.
I would if it's something we had planned on ahead of time because we put together this outline. We got all the stuff together with the graphics for Krisko, and now we're just not going to do it, I guess. So,
okay, all right, Brian, what I want you to do, and I think I know it's going to work here. I need you to do something for me here, and here's the thing. this is horrible what's happening, and we have to talk about it, and I need you with me on that.
The Double Dare thing.
Yes. This is the only thing that you and I have, okay? And not only do the fans, the Sucketeers, and yet to be fans need to hear what we have to say about this, but you and I need this too, okay? I need you to close your eyes. Close your eyes right now. Just do it.
Okay.
Just follow, and I promise by the end of this, when you come out, you're going to be on the same page with me.
Okay. Eyes are closed.
All right, so eyes are closed. I need you to put yourself, Brian's eyes are closed. Put yourself into a hazy memory place where you can accept just whatever it is I'm going to tell you as your reality right now, okay?
Okay.
Like you're doing yoga or something. Imagine you see two girls just excited and just happy and jumping for joy. Just, two young girls screaming and with happiness and jumping around and ready to go and ready and raring.
All right. Yeah, I got that.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And so they have on.
And how old are they?
Okay. So, all right. Anyway, freak me out sometimes. All right. So these girls, they have swish pants on. They're all blue. They're dressed in all blue. They got swish pants on.
Okay.
The shirt is all cotton. It's a strange combo.
It's very specific, but okay.
It is very specific. We don't know why you would wear swish pants with a cotton t-shirt. Why not just go all the way? Swish bottom to top. We don't know. They have a helmet on, knee pads and elbow pads.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And now they also have white Reeboks on.
Okay.
Okay. You see, this is Double Dare. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, you're with me. All right.
I'm now, yeah.
Let's put ourselves into the late 80s here. Mark comes out, and he's young. This is young Mark, not old man Mark.
Mm-hmm.
You got one of the kids, they got their arm up a nose, and they're pulling a flag out, right?
Oh, they got it. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
It's hard to get that one sometimes. So.
It is. That is the hard one.
Yeah.
Okay. And Mark says, they got that, and all they have to do is get to the pole.
What did they win? What did they win for the nose, though?
This one, that's when they won the four-wheelers.
Oh, wow. This is a high stakes.
No, this is like season-ending Double Dare.
Yeah, that's a championship. Okay.
And they get the flag. And then they're racing to the last obstacle. And they got like 30 seconds left. Plenty of time.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
Oh, that's half the time left.
So they pass the flag. The second girl puts the flag in her shirt.
Okay, yeah.
Because that's where it belongs.
Yeah.
And is racing towards it. And then it happens.
Can we go back? So the flag, does it have like all the nose like slime on it too?
It's covered in slime.
And she's putting that in her shirt? Yeah.
Just straight down the shirt.
Yes.
And
I like this.
Yes. Me too. And this is okay, so they're going to the last obstacle, all right? This is the one where this is the obstacle where they win the trip. The trip. This is like the big one. This isn't a big super soaker, one of those episodes. This is a trip to Disneyland. Okay.
Disneyland. Okay. That's great.
That's
and
right.
not Disney World, because that doesn't make sense. They used to do that. They gave them trips to Orlando when they're in Orlando because they're filming at Nickelodeon Studios, at Universal Studios in
It's
Orlando.
pretty crappy, but this is the real deal. Okay. Yeah. And they get to the last obstacle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the pancake.
Oh,
it's the big one. The
okay.
big one.
So they lose. They're going to lose. It's over now.
No, these girls aren't.
Even with 30 seconds left, they're not going to.
No, they have plenty of time because guess what? They are a team. And it's the best episode of Double Dare of all time. And they get in and they're digging through the butter.
Both of them? They're letting both of them go in at once?
In this episode, they let both of them go in at once for this memory. Because I need you to get where I am, Brian.
Okay. Yeah.
Both of them are in there. Okay. Digging through the butter.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah.
Digging through the butter. This is a mess, right? And the flag's nowhere to be found, right? And then there's 3 seconds left.
Okay. And so there's the butter, you said, but they have the syrup too?
Oh, God. I mean, syrup, butter, the fixins.
It's like all over them.
Whipped
It's just all
cream,
over them.
Whipped cream. Oh no, they have to buy new clothes now.
Yeah.
It's like they're gonna have to go back
They're
and just like give all their clothes away and get new clothes right then.
Oh my gosh.
So
this is great.
Here we go. We got 3 seconds left, and there's the flag. We can see it as a viewer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the first girl sees it, and here they are. They're gonna win, and that's when it happens. Liza Koshy comes out.
No.
And with 3 seconds left, takes over Mark Summers' body with her demon spirit. And calls it early. And says it ended 1 second earlier than what it said on the clock on the TV that you saw, and now they've lost.
I'm opening my eyes.
No trip,
I'm done.
no trip, and they've taken all the prizes away.
Mike, you paint this. You tell me to close my eyes, and you paint this picture for me. And then you go in at the end and you ruin it with talking about Liza coming in and ruining the show.
That's right.
What are you trying to make me angry, or what was the purpose of that exercise?
I am trying to make you angry, Brian. I know how important the E3 stuff
it
was
worked.
to you. Yes, I know it did. And here's the thing. I know how important E3 stuff was to you. That's why I needed you to get where you are right now so that you are where I am.
You had the pancakes. We're talking about the pancakes, and then...
That's right. Brian, I'm going to ask you something right now.
The syrup.
Can you listen to me real quick?
Yeah, I'm listening.
I'm serious.
I'm listening.
Look at me. Brian, I know how important E3 stuff was to you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to not, do bad things to you. So here's what I'm proposing.
You're not trying to. So you talk about these girls and these pancakes,
no,
and then
Brian, you're focusing on the wrong stuff.
And then
here.
you ruin it at the end. So you're not trying to make me mad. That definitely is like a surefire way to make me
Brian,
upset.
Will you listen for a second? Like, calm down, please. Okay, listen. I'm asking you because I know how important that episode we planned was to you. I'm asking you to take that anger, because that's how I feel about this, and put it to good use. And I am asking you, Brian, look at me right now. I am asking you to co-host the rest of this episode with me.
Well, what exactly are we going to be talking about?
Double Dare. We're going to be talking about why this show is ruining everything and what's bad. We're going to talk exactly about what is bad with the show now, okay? But we're also going to be talking about the old, awesome Double Dare that we know and love, and we're gonna remember the good times too.
When they were in the pancakes.
When they were in the pancakes,
and
Brian.
they got the
Brian,
flag.
When they were in the pancakes, that's exactly the feeling.
They got the flag, and they got the syrup, and they got the butter
syrup,
all over.
And then they got the flag, and they won the Disneyland trip in that version.
Okay, all right, yeah.
You're in.
Let's talk Double Dare because I'm pretty fired up right now.
Okay, I got this all prepared and ready. Coming up right now is us going to be talking about and going over all the things wrong with the reboot of Double Dare in Fall of Summers Part 2, Off the Mark.
This is like another Game Socket special. Oh, did you make an intro for this? Oh, no, that's
when you're supposed to.
That's the Socket List intro. That's not the right. Did you made an intro for this segment?
Yes, I made it. Hey.
Krisko. No.
It's in
news.
Hey, it's in order.
No, you've got to go to the folder below that.
It's in order. I put
the folder. So you right click.
One after the other. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, you got to right click. News. No. What are we doing?
Oh, no! That's not!
Gosh.
Okay, gosh, you almost...
Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay. What are you...
What is happening? Okay. It's this one right here. Thank you.
So they're trying to get the intro to play.
Okay. It's right over there.
I don't know why that was all necessary, but...
Okay, it's right... All right.
Okay, here it goes. Okay. I don't know what your plans plans were, Mike, for this segment, but we could probably start it off by talking about the letter.
Okay.
The
no, that's
tape.
a good idea, actually.
So,
I was going to jump right into the list part of this, but I think that's better. Let's set this up, because you know what? I have one too.
So I a few episodes ago, I think it was episode 5. I actually did an audition.
I thought it was 4.
No, I think it was.
No, it's 5. You're right. It's 5. It's 5.
Episode 5. I did an audition for Double Dare as the host, and it was kind of a proof of concept that I could do the job just as well, or actually better than Liza Koshy. So we've got.
I want to jump in real quick.
Yeah.
And I just want to say to the Socketeers and anybody that might be listening in any platform out there, this is not a Brian and Mike versus the new lady host or woman host or anything like that. We'll take, Robin, we'll take, anybody, basically. This is
Summer Sanders.
Summer Sanders. This is just
another Summer.
Yeah.
She could have been the host.
Another Summer. That's the name of the next episode about this. But so that's not the lane we're in. And I just wanted to make that very clear. We're not even in that lane. So please don't drive there.
So, Mike, you had the foresight to pull a kind of flashback to that episode. So let's play that episode flashback now. Krisko. Yes, episode 5. No. You want to go to the folder? Yeah. No, that's not. That's the one. Episode 5 on it. Flashback, I think, is the one.
What is that? Where are you even at? What do you have your phone hooked up to that?
How did you get your phone hooked up? I didn't even know you could do that. That's pretty neat. Okay.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, hit play. T-Mobile LG V30 in there for grabs, but we're giving the bundle away all at once to one special.
The one that I really like about.
Brian. Yeah. Okay. Wait until I get through with the intro, and then we'll let you have.
No, that's the wrong episode. So that was episode 4. We want episode 5.
Episode 5. I know I said episode 4 earlier, but we confirmed that it was episode 5.
Episode 5.
And you don't even have to look for anything. I have everything already.
Although that was the power up prize pyramid thing, which I've got a thing on that later, but because I have some questions about that. But episode 5, try that one right below it.
And now, here's your Double Dare host, Brian Maupin.
Hello, welcome to Double Dare. This is the show where we run through a crazy obstacle course and in the process win 8 fabulous prizes. Let's say hello to a team that calls themselves the Riff Raffs, Sarah and Brett. All right, Sarah, it says here you want to be a teacher. What grade?
8.
All right, and Brett has a record collection. What kind of record?
Old, recent, whatever.
Whatever. It has several, I understand, and you have $20 as well. Let's say hello to the opposing side now. Opposing to them, not to me. They call themselves a gruesome twosome, Tim and Kathy.
So that was my audition tape. And as I mentioned, Dom, can you hand me that rejection letter? Thank you. Okay. So I did get a rejection letter from Nickelodeon, and it's nothing too fancy. It basically says, Mr. Maupin, thank you for your submission, for your audition tape to be host as Double Dare.
Mm-hmm.
And, essentially that's kind of all it says, is that they're not accepting unsolicited submissions at this time. I had sent this. The funny thing is I don't know if I had sent them some wrong footage, but it does say that. In addition, we thank you for sending the video clip of the Dom's Code Corner video show.
Well, how did they get that?
I think I must have sent them. So I put it on a VHS tape because I think that was the fastest way to get it to them. And,
well, yeah, it would be.
And maybe I put that on there by mistake too, along with the audition.
Yeah,
I don't know, but it says that they like that.
That's fine.
That segment from Dominic, so that at least they watched it. That tells us that they watched the tape.
Yeah, no, that's great. Awesome.
There's some other stuff in here about
and you don't remember putting it on there?
I don't, but
Seems
maybe
on a VHS that'd be really like a pre-made decision, right?
So I set it to record and walked into the room. I think maybe I missed that part. But
okay.
There's some nonsensical stuff on here that I didn't understand about doing making chores. But overall, they didn't
It talked about chores.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But
Okay.
overall,
you
they
have to let me take a closer look at that later.
and it just it's actually assigned by it just says sincerely Cinemod, and there's no last name.
Cinemod.
So I don't
Spell
know.
that. Cinemod. What is that? A screen name? They sign their username on there, like their Twitter name or something.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was like, maybe that's a customer service department, and maybe that's like they don't give out their last name. Sometimes they do that.
Okay, so well, that's like a screen name or something. That's weird.
So kind of to keep going on that, Mike, you made an audition tape.
Yes, I did.
So I don't know. Did you want to show that now?
Absolutely. Okay, guys. So I made an audition tape as well, and this is not like a one-upping Brian thing, but we're just trying to barrage them with better hosting tapes. Even if they don't accept either of us, we just want them to see them and go, man, everyone who sends one in is better. So, Krisko, if you could press the button that's the next button from the last button that you pressed that worked. Okay? Right there. Press it. Hello and welcome to Double Dare. This is the show where we will win a bunch of prizes. We have an obstacle course that almost nobody ever wins. And our first team are the Riff Raffs. They are Sarah and Brett. Sarah, it says here that you want to be a teacher. What grade do you want to teach? And before you start, just want to let you know it's a very bad idea.
8th.
All right, and Brett has a record collection. What kind of record collection?
Old, recent, whatever.
You can't give us a more specific answer than that, Brett? Come on, you're on TV. Brett. Dude, just say anything. Name one specific. Just name one. Jesus Christ. They don't pay me enough for this.
There.
Here's red. You know a question I need to know. What is the official language of Germany? If you get this wrong, you immediately lose because this question is too easy. Brett. Jesus.
German.
German, that is correct. Now worth 20. What comic actor... Now with 20 to the red team, what comic actor... Now worth 20 to the red team, what comic actor made the most successful money-making film of 1987, would put you on the board for the first time, or you could double dare then back. And that was my audition, and I think I nailed it. I think it was awesome. I think...
It was definitely like classic, like
Summers.
sort of 70s
Classic
game
Summers,
show
right?
host, like kind of a Hollywood Squares vibe, I think. But yeah,
it was
it was okay. Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going for. I was trying to show them how Summers would do it. And that's where I got my inspiration from. You guys can probably actually listen to the way I announce things, especially the beginning part of our show. And I sound a lot like Mark Summers. My inflections are very close. So this is my petition, another petition on this show, to get me to be the host of Double Dare. You've seen it. It's great.
Yeah.
I will do it, okay?
At this point, I'll take anyone, I think anyone could probably do a better job than she's
That's true.
doing.
And I'll do the best job.
Yeah.
So, okay, so here's our next thing coming up. And this is going to be us going over the top 13 reasons why the reboot of Double Dare needs to go away. Bad things about this show. So, Brian, give us number 13. Let's start
All right.
there.
We're starting off with the big one here. This one's a banger. Robin, not there. Gone.
Robin's not there.
Where's she at? They don't even mention her.
Yeah. Robin's not there. That's number 13. Number
So
12.
she was there for some of the reunion stuff that they did.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was a year or two ago.
Maybe she just doesn't. Maybe she, you know what? I bet it is.
You could play the clip of the reunion.
No more clips. Stop the clips.
No.
Mark today for our second place team, they'll get things. Try Dr. Wacko, Gorilla, and
Thank you.
No, it's all right. We can keep going.
Okay. So, all right.
Gorilla.
Number 12. Where's John Harvey? Where's the announcer? That golden voice. Welcome to Double Dare. Here's Mark Summers.
Again, he's gone. Mark Summers is actually the new John Harvey. He's taken over the announcer role.
And here's the thing. This isn't even Mark Summers. This is the demon. This is possessed demon Mark Summers, okay? The real Mark Summers wouldn't do this. I think this is like a robot.
This is Mark Summers who's under a contract that maybe he didn't read all the way.
Brian, you're not even listening. This is not even... You're staying in the realm of realistic possibility that is actually not realistic. The realities of this are he's a robot, he's infected with a virus, or he literally is possessed by a demon. I can't think of any other reason why he would be doing this. The Mark Summers that we know would not do this.
I don't know. That all sounds pretty supernatural. I think it's probably, money. When you get into a contract.
Well, then he's possessed by the green demon.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
okay. Number 11.
The studio is way darker. Like, if you take a look at side-by-side clips of the show, and if you want to try that, Krisko, if you can get clips of that, the studio is way, it's lit darker now, and it's like an edgy, like, superhero movie.
Yeah, what are they doing? Shooting the next Jean-Claude Van Damme movie? Next summer is Jean-Claude Van Damme in Double Dare.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I mean, I'll give them credit. Some of the studio looks close to the same. Like, they've got the floor with the grid lines. They're different color grid lines, but the lighting's way off. Like, it looks like it's some kind of cinematic movie, and it's a game show. It needs to be brightly lit.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so number 10, the contestants do not have their shirts tucked in. What are we doing? We're trying to get these kids hurt here? Where's the flag? Okay, we're not even going to talk about the flag yet.
No, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
There's a reason there, but keep your shirts tucked in. It wasn't just a style thing. It kept the kids safe.
Yep. I agree. The shirts were tucked in before. Now they're not. Why change it? Are we just changing things for the sake of changing them? What's the deal?
Yeah.
All right. Number 9. The banter and the humor is way off base.
Yeah.
We're talking.
Okay. And okay. Actually, I'm not going to give her any. She gets no space from me. But Mark Summers was hitting it in '88. So that's like best game show hosting.
Did you get the Elvis clip? Did you put that?
Elvis clip is, of course, I have the Elvis clip. That's the best clip.
Krisko, if you can, just be careful. But if you can, show
it's the next
a
one.
clip of Liza's humor.
Hey, it's the next one.
And then he put them together. So put the one of Liza and the one with
They're
Mark.
right next to each other. It's not. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go.
Yep.
Double Dare. I know you guys got a lot of questions for me, so I'm gonna answer them while climbing Mount St. Double Dare. Let's go.
What is the last thing you ate?
The last thing I ate was breakfast, and I'm really looking forward to lunch.
What's the next thing you're gonna eat?
Lunch, and then I'm gonna be really excited about what I'm gonna eat for dinner.
What's your favorite video you've ever made?
My favorite video I've ever made? I'm humble, so I'm not gonna say all of them, but...
What is it like getting slimed?
I'm out of breath right now. I'm not very athletic, I'm sorry. It was very slimy. It was kind of like someone coughed on me. Ew, sorry.
What makes a good game show host?
Someone who's cute and charming.
Here comes Mark.
Balls, and your partner gets to be Elvis. The object is to bounce the balls and catch them inside the guitar of Elvis. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. So there you go. That's you can't compare their humor. They're different spectrums.
It's hard to compete with the old Summers, but still, if you're gonna take over the role, you got to do that. Next up,
number 8.
Number 7. Lame new obstacles in the course. What? Okay, so this obstacle course, first off, some sort of air of mystery is gone from it, and an air of danger that, like, maybe a kid's gonna get hurt is just gone. Everything looks like it's made from,
Well, okay, so some of the obstacles did return, like they've got the nose and they've got the mouth.
They got the teeth.
But they've got
the teeth. Have you seen the teeth?
What about the teeth?
Have you seen the teeth?
I saw them, yeah.
Yeah, they look terrible.
What I was going to mention was like the new ones they brought in was like the teddy bear. Have you seen that? Like they have to unstuff a teddy bear, which is not messy. Like I guess it's messy, but none of the stuff.
The only person that's messy for is the guy they hired to have to sweep the floor. That's not messy for the kids.
Right.
Where's the fun?
They're just getting like there's not getting like goop all over them or like in their shirts.
There's no butter or syrup or anything. All right, number 6.
It's just lazy. It's just lazy.
All right, Old Man Mark.
Yeah, this drove me crazy, and I don't know if you saw this clip, but there is just way too much jokes about Mark Summers being old.
Okay,
breaking a hip, being old. Like, okay,
we get it. We get it. The guy's in his mid to late 60s at this point. Okay,
you wouldn't tell by looking at him.
And, well, maybe a few years ago. He didn't look so good a couple years ago, but he did get into an accident. Yeah, did you guys know that he got into a really bad like taxi cab accident? And I guess he was like transporting like a VCR with him. And,
really?
Yeah, he had a VCR with him, and so a VCR and a taxi cab got into an accident, and he actually got really beat up over it. Like his face and everything was all messed up.
I didn't know that. Wow.
So he had to do some healing from that. But besides that period in his life, Summers has looked great. And here's the deal, and this is one of the reasons why I think he's possessed by a demon.
And real quick, before you get into that, Krisko, can you play the montage? Because I see you've got the montage, Mike, of the comments about him being old.
Yeah.
So play that.
Okay.
Hit it. There we go. Old Man Mark, this is how it goes. Take it slow, Mark. Take it slow. Take it slow. There we go.
Host Liza Koshy, and joining me is a man who's old school, but he knows how to keep it fresh. Okay, maybe a few of the dad jokes aren't. Host Liza Koshy, and joining me is the king of the dad joke, the father of fathers, Mark Summers.
What's up, ladies?
What's up, everybody? Come on, Mark. Throw out your hip. Throw it out.
We'll see you next time on Double Dare.
We'll see you guys next time.
It's
yeah,
like
these things.
Like if this was a normal workplace, Mark could file a complaint about his employer.
And here's the thing:
it's age discrimination.
It's age discrimination, and it's also just bad comedy. I mean, it's okay to crack that joke once in a while, especially first episode. You know,
they've done it twice in 2 episodes.
Oh, haven't seen Mark Summers in a while. Look at how old you are now. That's a one-time joke, okay? And then you drop it.
Yeah.
All right, and move on. If you keep going back to that joke, you have no fuel in the tank.
Yeah.
All right, number 5.
Yeah, Liza, you're gonna get old too. Guess what? You know,
we all die.
You're gonna get old.
You guys do realize that. You guys do realize that like you're almost dead. It doesn't matter what age you are. You don't have long, so don't waste it, guys.
Number 5, Liza doesn't narrate the contestants' actions in the obstacle course.
And this is absolutely one of the most. This is definitely top 5 because this is infuriating. Because the job of the host, okay, we get the fact that we can see it, okay, and we know what's going on, but we also don't work there, so we don't maybe know what obstacle you set up in order or where they're going next. We need to know. I mean, every sport does it. Football, baseball, it's all they've got. Play-by-play. Yeah. That's your job as the host.
That's what Mark did. He explained, like, okay, you got to dig through the pancakes. You got to get the syrup all over you. You got to get into that butter, get like really deep in there.
You got to, hey, look for the butter, and where the butter lies, you find the flag. So there is just too much cheering and not enough announcing.
Yeah, she's a cheerleader, and that's not her job. She's supposed to be an impartial host.
That's right. Okay, number 4. The new rule forces kids to...
Oh, my God.
Okay,
yeah.
This is... Okay, go back when we talked about the shirts being tucked in, and this is... I think maybe isn't the reason is because they don't tuck the shirts in. If they were like, oh, well, okay, here's what you got to do. They don't tuck the shirt or the flag into their shirt anymore. Now they have to, when they pass the flag off between each other, they throw the flag on the floor before they can move on.
It's so awkward because, like, you're grabbing the flag.
You just got this prize. You just dug into a giant nose and got slimed.
Right.
And you don't get to take the prize with you?
Yeah, you grab the flag, and what it used to be is you handed the flag off to your teammate, and they stuck the flag down their shirt. And then, if the flag was all messy...
Right in the shirt.
If your flag is all messy, then whatever's in your shirt would be all messy too. And then you'd move on to the next thing. Now you grab the flag, you still hand it off to your teammate, and then they just immediately throw it on the ground like it's a football that they're spiking. Like, I don't get it. Like, what? Again, are we changing just for the sake of change? What's the deal?
I think so. Okay, so, whoever's producing the show, too, has as much sin as anyone else. Okay, so, number 3, Brian?
Dancing. Way too much dancing.
Why are they dancing?
Why are they making the kids dance all the time?
The kids don't want to dance.
They're doing the Fortnite dances, which is kind of funny, but, like, one time, not, like, 8 times in a row.
This is another one-time joke thing.
They're doing the floss dance.
And here's
what?
Like, I know that sometimes me and Brian are, being a little fantastical over here, but in reality, these kids are going to look back when they're older onto this great memory and then see that.
They're going to be embarrassed.
It's going to ruin it.
They're going to be so embarrassed. They're going to say,
ruin it. And that's real. That's going to ruin it.
They're going to say, I can't let anyone see this.
Yeah. I'm not showing my friends, especially when
I'm deleting it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gone. All right. Number 2, fake LED scoreboards. Come on. We can't get actual changings. Like,
yeah. So they've simulated, and if we've got pictures of this, but they've simulated the old LED scores and the timers. But it's just a giant screen. It's just a giant HD
well, what's
TV.
the deal? If you're going to update it and use an LED screen, why don't you just go ahead and change the board? It doesn't have to. If you're going to reboot, like, these people just don't know how to reboot. Okay.
Yeah.
This is unfathomable. If I was going to reboot this show, actually, let's wait till after number 1. That one's too important. Okay, Brian, let's hear it.
Number 1, and this is a big one. It's going to sound like a small one, but this is a big deal. No more physical light bulbs on the set flashing. So you may be wondering
This is number 1.
You may be wondering, like, what? I don't remember that. So we've got clips of this too. Krisko, if you can play. No, that's not it. That's okay.
You're gonna have to go back.
Okay. Yeah, let me go help him. Hang on.
Either way, okay. So I will talk about that right now while Brian's fixing that up. If I was going to produce this show, I would have brought Summers back as the host. That'd be my number 1 plan. Why? Because that's Summers' show. He's the only one that does it that way. You know what? You don't have to reboot Double Dare.
Sorry. Okay. I think we've got.
Just do the same.
We've got the set. So look, if you look in the background, they have these light bulbs that go around the set that kind of flash in a sequence, and it's very kind of a cool effect. Those are gone now. They've got some effects there in the new set's background, but those are gone. And those, I think that's a missed opportunity. It's kind of like how Star Wars is doing everything with green screen nowadays. You could have done a physical with smart lights now, smart bulbs. You could do some kind of really awesome lighting effects with those bulbs. And really kind of have a retro, new wave kind of look to it.
Yeah, Brian, I think I've just realized that I think the reason why you ended up here in my basement for Game Socket.
What's that?
I think it is our job on this planet to take over Double Dare and redo it ourselves.
Yeah, I don't know the odds of that, but if we could get it changed, if we could do a petition, if we could do some kind of like letter writing campaign, or
I've already been writing letters. You haven't?
I have not written any letters. No,
I've been writing letters.
I've
been writing letters since before the premiere aired. So that's like the first thing I do.
Okay.
Write a letter.
Well,
you put your pen to paper. It means a lot, people, and you send it to your senator and to the producer. That's where it goes.
I know that you on episode 5, you already condemned and told our viewers not to watch the show, which we kind of violated by watching the show a little bit. But
we have to, so we can report on it because we're journalists
for research purposes, I suppose. But whatever we can employ our viewers to do to help stop this and help put an end to the show. Like, I would hate to see the show go back into cold storage for another 20 years, but
yeah, I mean, we have an opportunity.
It's better off at this point.
It's been thawed, so let's fix it before it gets retired again, guys.
Yeah, and if we can't fix it, then what I'm saying is put it back in storage. Then I'd rather not have it.
If you can't fix it, then freeze it.
Yeah,
can't fix it, freeze it. I want that on the screen.
Yeah,
can't fix it, freeze it. All right, guys. That is our top 13 things that we hate the most about the reboot of Double Dare. Coming up now is your guys' very precious Dominic Pedrosa.
And so this week, is he going to talk about what happened? Because that the stuff with the police.
Yes.
Because that is a crazy story.
Well, I'm sure he'll include it, but he's going to cover the game.
What game?
Three Stooges.
Oh, okay.
He's doing a memory of mine.
Okay. All right. So let's go to
Dominic Pedrosa.
All right. So this week's segment, we are doing Mike's Memory Maze. We're going to go back and go through a game from Mike's childhood he really liked, which is the Three Stooges on the NES. This week I was supposed to go over and help Mike work on, said he needed some help with some of the segments. And then he needed me to work on his house. He said that he also ran over the neighbor's cat the other day, and it was lodged up underneath his car, so he wanted me to crawl up under there and pull that out. Also said that, while I was under there, I could, change his brakes. He wasn't sure when the last time he changed his oil was. He had a couple other things I think on the list I'm forgetting now, but I'm sure he'll remind me of later. But anyways, I went over to his house. He wasn't there. I waited around like 3 or 4 hours outside. Never showed up. So I remember in one of the movies I had seen, they punched through the glass and, were able to unlock the door. So I tried to punch through the glass. I just ended up hurting my wrist. Thought I'd broken it, but luckily one of his neighbors had seen me. So they brought me over to their house, got it all bandaged up for me, put it in a sling. And, I told them I was hungry and thirsty, so they just ended up giving me soup, which was kind of too hot for, but, they're trying to take care of me, so I do appreciate that. So then, I thought I was getting ready to leave, but they ended up having the door locked. It was like one of those child locks where it's locked from the inside with a key. So they didn't let me go. I seen Mike pull up in his car, but he just went straight inside. So he didn't see me. And then I ended up staying at the neighbor's house for probably like 6 days before Mike. I seen him in the driveway, and I was knocking on the window, but he was looking at his car. It looked like he was kind of mad. He started yelling, why hadn't I cleaned out the cat yet? So I kept knocking on the window, and he saw me, but he just kept saying, you had one job. And so he went back inside for another couple hours, and then finally knocked on the door to come get me. The neighbor told him I wasn't there, but he told him, he said, he needs to come get this stuff done. I'm tired of him putting it off. And, the neighbor kept denying it, but then luckily Mike came back with the cops, and, they escorted me out and got me back over to Mike's house. So once I got back to Mike's house, I hadn't eaten or anything in 6 days, and, pretty famished, pretty weak. So sat down, really just wanted to play games. Mike had his NES out. So I went to go start up the NES, but then Mike, reminded me that, we still needed to do that other stuff. We still needed to clean out the cat and, fix his brakes, all that stuff. So he let me go work on that stuff. So the only thing I got to do on the Three Stooges was I got to see the box art, and I got to see the startup screen, which you could tell they put a lot of work into those. I think if more games did that today, they'd get a lot more attention. I think sales would be up, because a lot of people are going to be attracted to that box art. That start screen is enjoyable. They're going to want to play more. So that's my review of the Three Stooges.
All right, thanks, Dominic. That is just a crazy story. Did that actually happen? Like all of that?
Yes,
like
absolutely.
6 days.
Yeah.
6 days.
Yeah, it was really terrible for him. And my neighbor,
it just seems unbelievable.
Have you noticed that my neighbor's pool is like, and like leaves in it, and he's take care of the pool next door.
Well, I don't really.
He's a yard guy. Well, he's gone. He's in jail now, and no one's buying his house. I don't know. It has a weird, creepy vibe to it or something. So, Dominic, man, that's crazy, dude. But
crazy story.
I didn't know you didn't get a chance to play Three Stooges, man. Okay, we'll play tonight. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's kind of a bust on this episode as far as game content. Hopefully next week we can get back on track, or get, I guess, on track in the first place on that stuff.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
All
we'll
right.
get to the games.
It is time for the mailbag.
All right, mailbag. Here's the mail. It never fails. That'd be funny. We should have that as our intro, shouldn't we?
Yeah. All right, let's play that mailbag intro.
I'm sorry, Earth is closed today. You better pack it up.
That
and
is
get
the
outta
Avengers
here.
again.
Stonekeeper.
How does that?
No.
Does this chattering animal speak for you?
That was okay. That happened
can't even
before.
watch this anymore.
That happened
Brian,
before.
make it happen.
All right, so we won't worry about the mailbag intro. before we get into your guys' questions, just a reminder how you can reach us on Twitter. Use the hashtag AskGameSocket and ask us your questions, gaming related, show related, life related, and we will answer them. Or you can email Mike at gamesocket.website. That's MIKE at gamesocket.website. You got to make sure this is the whole thing. I know it's a little bit of a different URL.
Well, just think of it, it's a website, so it's .website.
.website.
Makes more sense than .com.
Mike got a deal on that, I guess. So that's the website. All right. So I went through the mailbag and the hashtag this week, and I picked out a few questions. And the first one is actually for you, Mike.
Sure.
This one comes from Digimon Derek. Question number 1 is, what was Mike's favorite game he saw in Los Angeles at E3?
Well, I couldn't pinpoint a favorite. I'm gonna have to say that. That's my answer to that question. But I did see the new Star Wars movie while I was there in the hotel there.
Mm-hmm.
Like the not the Han Solo one, the one before that. But they had it on the pay-per-view.
Last Jedi?
Yeah, they had it on the rent. The Rentum movies,
the pay-per-view stuff.
Yeah. So I rented that a couple of times, and it was pretty good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good one. Last Jedi. You probably could have watched that here though too. But anyway, next question. Actually, this one's for me. And it comes from Susan 44.
You're the 44th Susan.
Susan 44. 43 must have been taken.
Yeah, it must have.
So Brian's a big Connects fan. Do you think we'll ever see a Connects video game? This is a great question. It's something I've asked myself a lot. They have a lot of Lego games out there. They got like Lego Star Wars, Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Batman, Lego Marvel.
Lego everything.
Lego
dominates because Connects are. I didn't even know what these were.
Well, Connects they are still really popular. I think we probably won't see a game for them though, and the reason for that I think Lego is really aggressively signing these game studios to contracts. There are probably clauses in these contracts that say you cannot make a Connects game or a Mega Bloks game or whatever else. No competing build set. Branded games, only Lego games. So I really think Lego has that on lockdown right now. Unfortunately, that's not the best business practice, but that's, it's allowable under our government setup right now. So it may be a kind of predatory business tactic, but until we can get some real change in legislation around this stuff, Lego is going to keep buying out these studios and keep getting all the brand names. You know how great it would be to get like a...
Brian, are you still talking about Connects right now?
Yes, because...
Okay, he's going to go on for an hour, so I'm stopping it.
Okay.
Next one.
Yeah, so long story short...
No, there's no more story. Please go on.
All right, this last question comes from Mecha Fan FM. What happened to the Power Up Prize promotion? Was it canceled? Will it be back? For those of you that don't know, we had a contest a few episodes ago that kind of Mike had to abruptly cancel mysteriously and very quickly. So I don't know that we've really given the fans an update on this. Kind of, Mike, do you have anything to tell us about what happened to that promotion and the prizes that we had for that?
Nothing that I can really elaborate on like legally, but I can tell you that we, tried our very best, our dangest to save that contest, and we tried, but it was something that was out of our reach, out of our hands. And I had nothing at all to do with it, so other than I was the guest host on an episode. So that's right. And it's still, okay, so either way, we did everything we could to save that contest. But to answer your question, no, that contest with those prizes and that format will not be back. But we will do other contests, so we apologize.
So to kind of summarize, I guess there's nothing that you can tell us about the final kind of fate of those prizes that we had and all of that at this point.
No,
nothing at all.
There's
nothing you want to tell us.
No, there's nothing. Like I said, there's nothing I can say.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that is all the questions we have for the mailbag this week.
All right, guys. We're running out of time. So we got a couple more things to talk about, and then we're going to be out of here for the day. I hope that you enjoyed the Double Dare episode. I can tell you for us, it was painful, but it had to be done.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I don't think it's the last that we're going to have to say about it, because I've just got a bad I've got a bad feeling about where that's going.
Yeah. And, we will stay on top of that. And if things keep going the way they are, I'm sure there will be a Fall of Summers Part 3.
Yeah.
I don't doubt.
I hope we don't need it, but I bet you.
I don't doubt we'll do a whole nother episode on Double Dare. I just don't doubt it.
Before we wrap up, I do want to give just a quick shout out for Game Socks. Those are now live on Etsy store.
You're still doing that.
Yeah, we're still doing Game Socks. You heard from Thomas, who was the paralegal that I talked to, and you saw what he said on it as far as
he says that
the copyright.
It doesn't matter that the name is close to GameSocket. It isn't GameSocket.
Right.
Now, I get that, and I see that there's a legal thing there, but I think there's a friendship thing here too. You're kind of crossing a line, but right now, you're not selling anything. I looked at your store. We'll see.
We're just getting started, so definitely check out Game Socks.
It's not going to be anywhere near what GameSocket is. They're Cheeto hands. I just see all this Cheeto dust, and how those would stop that from happening.
That's really you should be careful, because that's very I don't know if you're trying to come off as mean to our audience, but that sounds like when you're saying things.
Why would I be mean to our audience? No, I'm saying that you're playing games and you stick your hand in a Cheetos bag. Okay. You don't have time to go get a napkin. You got to kill that guy.
Right. But just because you're a gamer doesn't necessarily mean that you've got Cheeto dust all over your hands. So
okay.
But I just wanted to give a shout out for Game Socks. The Etsy store's open. Definitely check that out. And if you want a custom Game Sock, let me know and we'll get one made for you. So.
All right, guys. I need you guys to be looking out for a new segment. Well, it's not really even a segment. It is going to be a special live Game Socket segment. And what I mean by that is it's not going to be airing on the internet. It's going to be an in-person Game Socket. General amazingness. It's going to be Mojitos with Mike. It's going to be a live fan meetup. Location TBA, but I'm going to be going somewhere out, having a couple of cocktails, and I'm going to want some fans to come out. I'm going to put my phone on the table. We're going to record it. I'll probably throw it up on Instagram. They do have IGTV now, and they do that really cool, the full vertical. So the full vertical video.
The vertical video.
Yep, vertical video is very, very. It's in right now, and we're jumping on that wagon.
I hope it's out soon.
And why? It's awesome. It's got a whole new perspective.
Let's do diagonal video.
And there's not
next.
There's not any there's not as many. There's not as much room this way, so less for us to do. But guys, I will be. I'm posting on Instagram all the time. If you guys follow it, that's at @game_socket.
And if you can't make it to Mojitos with Mike in person, I mean, you've kind of already, if you watch this episode, Mike's been drinking this mojito over here this whole time, so you kind of already
it's not a mojito, but
this alcoholic beverage, I don't know what. Honestly, I
don't
drink, so I don't know.
So guys, I'll let you guys know when that's happening, but. That's all the time we have today. Make sure that you follow us on Twitter at GameSocket. Follow us on Facebook at The GameSocket. Follow us on Instagram at Game_Socket. And don't forget the Patreon. Patreon.com/TheGameSocket. Okay, guys, that's all the time we got today. I hope you had half as much fun as we did. We'll see you next time. Hope you watch often.